look-see over here at who we got cooking. Do 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 do. All right, look at all these people. Holy smokes! We got Pete. Welcome, Pete, from Las Vegas. Andre from the great state of Texas. Got Raven Wolf. He's got his pork butt on a smoker from Oregon. Cool, man. Probably not far away from me. We got John. Welcome, John, from Las Vegas. I need to figure this out so I have the full name instead of the first name. Wow. We got Richard. Haarlem, Netherlands. And it's a civilized time. From Quebec. Hello, Pierre. Welcome again. Thank you. And I'm from Oregon. We got Ken. Good morning, sir. Good guy. Ravenwolf. Great advice. Has everything set up. Blue tape markers, gaff tape tripods, and moving blankets on the floor. Awesome. Ravenwolf and I think was it on email? Facebook page? I don't know. But we were going back and forth, and he was jumping into setting up his studio, and I was trying to help him. Another pulled pork. Including my wife. She wanted to know what the heck I was watching yesterday. It was the emotion vid. Yeah, that was really fun for me to do. Anyway, we'll get into that. Let's take a look at what's on the agenda. I'm actually going to try and keep an agenda and keep it under 60 minutes. Everybody just lolled. Okay, so welcome. 5 minutes, possibly. YouTube tips and fails. Actually, it's probably going to be about 3 minutes or something like that. I'm just going to yell at everybody who's in the YouTube course, including myself. We're going to talk about cameras a bit, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 10, I don't know. And then, of course, totally random crap. The way this came about was I did a, let me clear this out of here, was I did a thing over on Twitter, and I did a thing over on the Facebook page, and I wanted to test it out. Hey, do you want to talk about cameras on the live stream? Do you want to talk about other things? Do you want to talk about cameras, YouTube tips and fails, or just totally random crap? And between the two, I think I have this right. I haven't checked recently. It was a balance of all three. So, wow. So we're going to try all three. If I can not blah, blah, blah. Hey, Mackenzie Martz, my wedding course photography new instructor. Go check out the wedding course. I'm on my second pass through. It's awesome. I don't do wedding stuff. I'm not going to do wedding stuff. And it's still at that discount pre-release price, although it's been released. It's more about the live stuff for me, like so many things I never thought about. Anyway, welcome. That's awesome. Michael Finn. Good morning, Michael. From Dublin, Ireland, in the UK. I did a little Zoom call with Michael trying to help him out, and I mistakenly asked him if he was from England, and he explained to me everything, and apparently that there's some things that people from the south of Ireland don't appreciate. We'll show less emotion today. That's not going to happen at all. I'm lucky. I'm kind of like this. If you ever met me at NAB, this is how I am. Okay, so let's get into briefly the next thing I want to look at, which is basically some YouTube tips and fails. This is going to be really short and mostly for people doing YouTube and mostly for people, the YouTube Academy course and for people doing YouTube. Because I'm going to yell at you. And when I mean I'm going to yell at you, just realize I'm yelling at me. So look, you want people to come to your channel, or you wouldn't put up videos. Maybe you don't. That's okay. You want people to watch them, and you want people possibly to like them, and you want people to possibly subscribe. That may not be your thing. It's okay. But if you have any inkling of doing that, good morning, Dave. We'll get back to these comments. I love you guys. I love humor. It's really simple. I mean, you can go take the course. You don't have to. You should, though. Because I'm spending a lot of money on coffee. Not really. I don't care. If you do, you do. I went through, watched the course, as you saw from my rather long email. I watched the course, I watched it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, until my eyeballs were practically, or felt like they were bleeding, because I wasn't listening to my own advice. So let me just give you a few tips and tricks, and we'll move on to the next thing real quick. Number 1, when you're done with your video, upload it. Number 2, figure out a title that relates to the video. Short, 40 characters, 50 characters, etc. 3, figure out a thumbnail where if someone were scrolling by and they were interested in your subject matter, that might entice them to click and go there. You'll fail, you'll win, who knows? But you might as well put in the effort. You can spend 5 minutes doing that, you can spend an hour doing that. 3, fill out the description. Describe what the video is about. Add affiliate links to it if you're an affiliate, or go become an affiliate and add those in. Add in a copyright notice, add in a disclaimer, like whatever you got. Once you got that all tailored, go into your settings and set that up as an upload default. So whenever you upload a video, that's what you get, this little template. Number 3, I don't know if it makes a difference. The first 3 hashtags it finds anywhere in your description, it'll put at the top of your video. Now, I don't know if that makes any difference, but it looks cool. People are starting to expect it. Number 4, take the time to go through your video and put in chapter markers. It's really easy. 0:00 beginning must be there. Then from there out, 1 minute, 32 seconds, space, beginning of video, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, meet my horses, etc., etc. Not because it does anything. I haven't proven yet, and they haven't been up there long enough to know whether that affects watch time or not, but people really like it. These complaints about your video's too long and you did this and you did that and blah, blah, blah. It's great because now you can just say, hey, chapter markers. And they show up below the video and the person can go, yeah, I don't care about the introduction. I just want to see where he unboxes this. Clicks, done. All complaints about your video's too long or whatever are gone. Number 4, 6, 9. I don't freaking know. Fill out as much as you want relevant tags in your video. Got that? Cool. Make sure it has a thumbnail. So, title, thumbnail, description filled out. You can even dump in all your text in there, all relevant to the video. The tags, fill those out. Don't just put in 1, put in 10, 20, 50, however many it'll take, all relevant to the video. Add any end cards, you know, those little dudes. I cover this in the course. And that's the same thing every single time. Okay, good. Now, you get the video up here. This is what I rant a little bit, especially about people who have taken the new YouTube Academy course. Watch the freaking video. Watch it, and watch it again, and watch it again, and watch it on your iPad, and watch it on your phone. And just look at it. You're going to find mistakes. There may be things you don't like. You don't care. Unless there's like a 10-minute black space at the end, you're not going to re-upload it. When someone comes to a video and they see 0 views, I tested this, no one watches your video. I don't understand, but fine. When there's 3 or 5 views, they're cool with it. Next, always pin your own comment down below, just to say, thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. That's it. You just keep doing those things. Do it over and over and over and over. Okay. I keep forgetting these. I'm done yelling at myself. If you want more information, go take the YouTube course. Let's go over to the chat. Make sure we don't have any questions. Greeting, Pedantic Dan. Oh, I don't know, man. You just look like Santa Claus to me. I'm not saying you are, but it just looks good. Mr. Dave from Washington, hello. Briefly, oxymoron. Probably. Hey, Wendell. Wendell does great. I don't want to offend him. You know, those karaoke things. It's not like that. He does these great live videos and stuff like that. Raven Wolf. Lived in Seattle for a few years, yeah. And Dave Clark, updated version of RTFM. That's right. Wendell, apparently I need to take the course again. I am embarrassed to say that I haven't been following the things in my course that I know are the 20 or 21 things to do and quit doing all this other crap. And I was like, that's it. And I just sat down and I spent a long time going over it and over it and over it and over it and over it as if I had never seen it before. And there are things I haven't been doing. So I need to not do that. Oh, we got to pop up this little thing, man. This is cool. How about that, huh? Isn't that fancy smancy? I have this genius guy who's been working with me, who's been creating graphics for me, 3D stuff, who has been creating. This isn't done. This is Touch Portal. And what this does is it means when I'm sitting in OBS, my OBS course will show this. When I'm sitting in OBS, I don't have to touch the computer. I don't have to touch the monitor. I don't have to touch the keyboard. All I do is press these little programmed buttons here. And they do everything I want to do. Are you enticed? You should be. You should be enticed. Okay, next. We're done with YouTube tips and fails, which is basically me yelling at myself. I don't know if that was 10 minutes or not. Crazy camera world. Let's go into crazy camera world. I don't know if you've been following me on Twitter or this or my emails or whatever, and they came out with the Canon R5. I was excited. I put it in my cart at B&H. I heard there was an overheating issue. I took it out. Then I heard it wasn't that bad, so I put it back in my cart. Then I realized I need an adapter to adapt my EF lenses onto my R5. So I put that in the cart. Then B&H shipped me the adapter. They were supposed to ship it with the camera. Then I watched Gerald Undone's video, and I was quite disappointed. And I took it out of the cart. Then I changed my mind and put it back in my cart. I drove B&H crazy, this guy at B&H. And then when I saw it had a 30-minute time limit and it overheated, I was done. I took it back out of my cart. I put a C200 in my cart after talking with this guy. And then had to make a return for the adapter that I no longer needed. So got that all worked out. I got an RMA and I need to ship it back to B&H and have them credit my account. And then the Sony A7S3 came out. I watched Gerald Dunn's video. They didn't have the 30-minute recording limits. They didn't have an overheating issue. Now, this was tough for me because I've been a Canon boy for 10 years. That's a Canon XF400. That's a Canon GX10 or something. That's a Canon 5D Mark III. I had a Canon 600D. I sit there in my studio with the camera facing me, and when I use it, the 5D, I do this. I reach behind and go, pull focus, do this, set this menu, blah, 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 without even seeing what's going on. That's how good I know these cameras. So it ripped my heart out to move from Canon. I'm not a, oh, I'm going to attack you because you don't like it and you change the handle. This is tough for me. But I looked at this camera. It shoots 4K, which is what I wanted. It's not a pain in the butt. And it doesn't shut off after 30 minutes. Why Canon did that. Now, granted, Sony had a problem early with their cameras when they went into the mirrorless market. Canon just jumped into the mirrorless market. They are still figuring this out, but they're not going to figure it out on my dime. So I went with Sony. I'm a little frightened because it's a whole new world for me. It's a whole new camera, menu system, and everything else. But at the same time, I think it's going to be really cool because it'll get me out of my comfort zone and I'll learn this camera. I did want to show you a little unboxing regarding this camera, and then we'll take a look at the comments real quick because I see some really cool people in here. We're going to do a little unboxing. It's epic. You're going to love this. I've never done this before, this type of stuff. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, you're wondering how I can switch my ATEM from my iPad? Yeah, we'll get into that. So I received yesterday this, the MetaBones adapter ring. I've never used an adapter ring. I have no idea. I just know it's an adapter, and I haven't even opened this box yet. No, got a little case here. This is like, I don't know what this was, $300 something. And I don't know. Whoa, look at that. Oh, looks like they have some little Allen wrenches. I don't know what those are for. Interesting. So this apparently adapts to the Sony. What we have here? We have Iris on. Some little thing. What is that? Does that come up? Whoa, what's that? Wow. That's a little USB-C. I don't know what that's for. Don't know what that's for. Huh. I don't know what that does. You can see I definitely don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, look at there. So I guess it's just an adapter. That's cool. I've never done this before. So many of you who have done this before are probably laughing hard. Red dot. Oh yeah. Wow, that's tight. Woo! Okay. So I guess, I don't know what that's for. USB-C. Huh. Maybe it's so I can charge my iPhone. What is that for? So there's IBIS, in-body image stabilization on. I don't know if I need a connector for that. That must be, oh, that unlocks the camera? Man, that's tight. Okay. Was that exciting or what? I guess I got my MetaBones cap. Man, that looks awesome, doesn't it? How about that? That was truly exciting. Was it not? I'm a stranger in a strange land when it comes to Sony. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never used an adapter on a camera, like these types of cameras, the bigger cameras, yeah. I don't know. I do know on Sony, there's people starting to take some punches at the Sony A7S R, excuse me, A7S R? No, S, A7S 3. And I found out there's two different types of cameras. One is the A7R series. This is what I'm being told, apparently, which is a photography type camera. And there's the A7S series, which is more of a video camera series. I don't care. I don't shoot much photography, and I have a 5D Mark III. Okay, let's go take a look at the comments. I blah-blah'd quite long enough. Wendell, yeah, absolutely. You bet, man. You're welcome. I think I am 4 coffees ahead of you at the campground, setting up for filming. Oh, Peter, hi. Peter and his, I do this every time. Peter and, I'm really sorry, his partner. Anyway, they make great cooking videos. They'll make you really hungry, and apparently they're filming at a campground, which is well done, man. Aaron, hello, sir. Nice YouTube comments on the screen. Aaron, I don't know. I don't think he developed this. Well, let's just pretend that he did. Aaron is the way I got these cool flippy up comet things on the screen, which works, excuse me, in OBS. I think I've shown this to you before. I just click on the comment, it pops up, and it's awesome. Hello, Aaron. Michael Finn, I'm curious, does this time suit everyone? If I had a choice for this weekly get-together, this would be my choice. It's 5 p.m. here in Dublin. That's Ireland, Kevin. So, when you're in the UK, I'm sorry. Man, Irish people, they have quips and comebacks, and they are so fast. I've been watching some of these Irish TV programs on Netflix or Amazon. These people are so quick. They make me look like a rookie. Anyway, I'm going to be doing these between 8 and 9 a.m. because it seems to suit everybody more. So yes, good afternoon, Michael. I got to get an overhead camera for my live streams. Yeah, I have a GX. Isn't it great that I don't know what I have? I don't know what this thing is. Canon GX10 or 11, or I don't know what it was. And B&H, they're getting more in. It's kind of like the XF400, but just not as much as a beast. I don't think it shoots raw like that one. B&H, that's $2,400 or $2,000 camcorder or something, and I just mounted it up. I get the awesome autofocus and everything that Canon has. They had it refurbished for $799, and I jumped all over it because I want to be able to have an overhead camera, and I want to, yeah, we'll leave Aaron's comments up there. And I want to be able to do things like show things like this. And I want to be able to come in and have the thing autofocus quickly and come back and autofocus quickly. I love this thing. It's just been great, and it solves all the problems. So yeah, overhead cameras. Gotcha. That's the update, the firmware on the Metabones. Now, see how much of a noob I am at this. I don't know if Andre's trolling me. There's actually firmware. I guess there is. I guess there is firmware, right? Yeah. I guess there is firmware on this thing because it's got electronics and stuff in it. Like here on these electronic things that I shouldn't be rubbing my finger on or sticking my finger in the hole. Okay, I'll buy that. And if you're trolling me, then you are. This time works better for me. The same reason, 6 p.m. here. Normally I set the reminder, then fall asleep. Yeah, great, Richard. Yeah, I like this time too. USB is usually for updates. Oh, the adapter. Oh, the adapter. Cool. So it's legit. I don't know with Andre. I troll him. He trolls me. I'm glad to see you on early. Phil. Phil must hate me because Phil's the host of the cooking show. It's really cool. You should check him out. And then Peter does the filming and all that other stuff. And I always make this joke, hoping Phil will eventually chime in saying, yeah, must be nice to be a host of a show. And Peter gets to do all the work. Anyway, time works for me. From Hank. Hi, Hank. My fist is getting closer to the screen. Second, the Irish jokes. I'm learning stuff, man. He taught me what crack means. It doesn't mean anything like what you think it is. It's really cool. Hey, Dave, if you want a great laugh, we Irish people, look at the Try channel, specifically this video. I will do that. Santa Claus. Irish humor. Oh, hi. Online PM. Hey, Mike. Best ever is Father Ted. They're great. I have a English, Irish, Scottish kind of background, a little bit of French. I apologize to French people because I'm not going to try and do a French accent or any accent because I'll murder it. So I'm kind of like my background is all from that area. And I just love people from that area. They actually have a frickin' sense of humor. Just me. Anyway, okay, that's the thing about cameras. If anybody has anything else to say, I'm jumping into the... Oh, wait a second. Peter, reverse it. Peter is the chef house. Phil is the man behind the curtain. Wait. This is Peter. Crap. I do that. So anyway, Peter is the chef host, and he does all the work on the channel. And Phil is just, just sits around and does nothing. All right. All right. Gene Waddle. Hi. From what I've heard, the A7S III would be my ultimate video camera. I think so. I mean, I bought this camera. It's not cheap. It's with the adapter. I think it's $3,400, which is a great price. It shoots 4K. Doesn't have overheating issues. Autofocus is awesome. They changed their color science. They changed their menus. It works. It doesn't shut off. It's small. It's lightweight. It gets great battery life. It ticks all the boxes for me. Canon didn't. They had their chance. They blew it. So it ticks all the boxes for me. I have 30 days to return it. If I get it, knowing I'm in my own emotional new menus and new buttons and stuff that I'm used to with Canon, I have 30 days to return it if it doesn't work out. So I'll return it. If it doesn't, then I'll go get the original buy, which was the C200, and be done. Anyway, Dave, Scots, oi! Wife's family is McDonald. Wow. Great-great-grandfather immigrated from Scotland. Have a set of bagpipes from there. Oh, you're so lucky. My grandmother was McLaughlin from Scotland. Wasn't that terrible? I should not do accents. I need to go over and take my new friends. You probably saw it in the email. The voiceover course again. Because he tells you how to do all this. Maybe I'll practice my voices and not murder them. Pete. This is Pete Hallis. I put a bid on a used Canon 5D Mark II. Any thoughts on that camera buying used? Man, I I it's a great camera. I really, if you can get a similar or just for a little bit more money, if you're going to go that way, I would try a 5D Mark III. On the 5D Mark II, they worked out a lot of things. Um, I'm not sure if the firmware upgrades are supported on that camera. I know the 5D Mark III is great. I love it. I've been using it for 6, 8 years, 7 years, something. It's great. If you're a photographer, it takes beautiful pictures. For videographer, you get 1080. Shuts off after 30 minutes. I used to have a concern about that. On my Twitter feeds, I was like, 30 minutes, all that crap. And I did a test and found out the 5D Mark III shuts off after 30 minutes, which means I've been shooting with that for 7 years and complaining about something that I shouldn't have complained about because I've never seen it shut off. Now, that being said, if you have a camera that shuts off after 30 minutes or goes into the menu system or whatever, you can't do what I'm doing here. I tried it, 29 minutes and 59 seconds. That would go bye-bye. It just goes, okay, I'm done. Because it used to be in the EU, which Southern Ireland is a part of. Man, I gotta stop that. He's gonna punch my lights out. In the EU, because of these tariffs and all these other taxes, they used to have that. So all the DSLR, not mirrorless, all the DSLR cameras had this 30-minute limit. So that happens, which is why I had a Canon 600D. It's like a very old T3i. I was going to use it on this overhead camera, but it would shut off on me, and that's why I bought this camera. So yeah, my grandmother's maiden name was McLam. Supposedly, some of my ancestors came from the lowlands of Scotland. I don't know what the lowlands are. Low is south, so the lowlands must be the south of Scotland. I am geographically challenged. Even Michael, he sent me some maps, pictures of maps to show me where you are. Anything from Greece? You like an antique? Pia Kaka. See, I murdered it. I don't understand that. Anything from Greece, you like an antique. See, that's either a joke or he's asking a serious question, and I'm going to blow past it because I don't get it. Anyway, that's Camera World. And that's what I think. If you have any questions about cameras, I just wanted to say, there you go. That was my decision. Now, you know me, if you've been watching me from a while. If you got a camcorder, or you got a 5D Mark II, or you got a 60D or an 80D or a 90D or whatever you have, use it. The 5D Mark III, I have bled it. In fact, let's talk about audio for a second. When I started, I got a little Zoom H1. It was at the time $100-something bucks. And that's how I learned about audio. How do I get this thing to work? How do I record it? How do I edit the audio? What are all the things I can do to improve the sound? How do I up it? Oh, there's WAV files. What about 48? What about 96? What about this? What about that? And I bled this thing like for every drop I could get out of it. And I did the same thing with cameras. So if you're thinking possibly, oh, woohoo, new camera, that's cool. If you got the money and if you like it and you're really into having the latest gear or you want to up your game, that's cool. But really, you got to ask yourself, I'm currently sitting here with this camera. One, do I really need it? And have I bled it for everything I can get out of it? The 5D Mark 3, I shoot in 1080, and I figured out how to take that 1080. It's all it's a full frame sensor, which I also don't lose any frames, and I upscale my videos to 4K. I add tiny bit of sharpening, a little touch of color correction. No one said anything. Hey, that looks like 1080p. That's out of a 1080p camera, and I upload 4K to YouTube. So bleed your gear for every inch. Like if you go in, you're like, I wonder what that button does. You're not ready for a new camera. If you go in and you're like, I wonder what all these menus are, or something like that, you're not ready for a new camera. Like, just beat this thing into a ground until somebody walks up to you and goes, hey, can you set that camera balance to 4400K? And you're like, yeah. Sure, what else you want? Hey, could you run this to an HDMI out to a monitor? Sure. Plug, go. When you're that skilled, and not skilled, I guess, used to, and the muscle memory of using your camera, and you've used it, then you've bled every inch you can out of it. Use the stuff you have. The only reason I'm getting the new 4K and everything else is because I wanted to move 4K, and I'm looking into the future. Like with the 5D Mark III, I spent like $4,000 on that. At the time, 720 was awesome, and who cares about 1080? But I used it for 7 or 8 years. If you take the cost of that camera and divide it by how many videos I've made, which is now 450, not including the ones you haven't seen, and other things I shot, the B-roll I used it for on commercials and everything else, I paid probably, I don't know what it is, probably less than a penny a day for this thing. Anyway, that's my advice on pontificating and all that stuff. So anything from Greece, you like an antique. Anything from Greece, you like an antique. Here's how I read that. Me, if I have any Greek enemy. Anything from Greece, you like an antique. Like an old person. Okay. Lowlands, the less hilly bits. Okay. Egg hands. Oh, islands are north of the lowlands in Scotland, but the highlands are high, mountainous. Lowlands are near to sea level, i.e. low. I should have known that. My ancestry is from this area, and their ghosts are probably ghosting, or they're rolling around in their graves, or whatever it is people do after they depart this time. I'm sorry, ancestors. I don't know crap about you. Whoops. There's a new set of maps coming, Kevin. Richard. Serious me this time. Kevin, why upload 4K if YouTube dumb it down? They do, don't they? Actually, it's interesting. What happens is, much like your computer, much like your editing suite and everything else, this is not entirely true, but think about it like this. When you bring your footage inside your camera, unless you're shooting absolute raw, like absolute, it goes in and it has this thing called a codec. It stands for compressor and decompressor. When the camera is using these codecs, they're built in, like MP4, H.264. It has a software in there that compresses it down, and then you bring it over the computer, and when you open that file in your player or whatever, or your editor, the decompressor portion says, let's unpack this and show this. So YouTube sort of does that. When you upload a video, they run it through their own stuff. It does a lot of stuff, the algorithms and what's in here and blah, 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 blah. And then they post it on their platform using their own player. Now, I've heard some people complain that YouTube smashes it down, or they use bad compressors, decompressors, etc. Excuse me. What I found was that if I upload a 1080p MP4 video, we're talking minor perceptions here. I upload the same video at 4K. What happens is, if you compare them side by side, we're talking pixel peeping here. If you compare about side by side, the 4K looks better. I also know that probably 40 to 60, possibly more of my audience watches my videos on their iPads, on their phones, and stuff like that. So it doesn't really kind of matter. I suspect, I've been told this, I don't have the analytics on this, but YouTube prefers 4K videos. Is that true? I have no idea. It's nothing for me to render this out in 4K. I got a beast of a computer. I come in, my editing timelines are all set up. They're 3820 by 1440 or something, 20, whatever. Okay, 4K timeline. I bring in my video, I right click on it, I say set to the frame size, and I'm done. So it's nothing for me. So I don't really know. YouTube doesn't, I mean, does it dumb it down? Maybe to a bit. But if you look at, like, you can right click on a video and it says like stats for nerds or something. If you look at a 1080p video and you look at a 4K video, you can tell they show the codec that they use, and it's different. And I think the one for 4K is better. So I'm not saying 4K will get you more views or it's better than uploading from views and everything else. And I really need to verify this. I can't get an answer out of YouTube, which is understandable. This is their tech. I think that's the way to do it. Plus, like the 720 to 1080, the 1080 to 4K, we're not there yet. Now, 720 video, 4K video, I'm already there. I know how to shoot it. I know how to edit it. I know how to upload it. So, when 1080p falls out of whatever it falls out of, I'm fine. It's no skin off my back. I'm not really answering your question because I'm just not sure. I don't think they dumb it down. That's my opinion. I don't think they do that at all. I know people have complained about uploading videos and that YouTube does something to them or crushes it or something like that. I'm not sure about this, but I think I need to test this. On this channel, I tried uploading a 4K video, and on my main channel, which has 100 and I don't even know what it is anymore. I don't care. They're 16, 18 billion. I don't care. So the only difference between these two platforms is this one has 500 or 600 subscribers, which I don't care about. This is for you guys. And the other one, I'm a partner, blah, blah, blah. And I've uploaded 2 videos to each of those platforms. The one on this one, the one on that one, the same video. This one uses a different codec. This one uses a different codec. So there's something going on here that I don't understand. Possibly, boy, here we go. Get out your tinfoil hats, everyone. I don't want to start this rumor. It's possible that when you reach 100, 1,000, 10,000, 50, I don't know. If you want to find out, start a YouTube channel on the side and upload and see. I have a feeling that the more vetted creators get a different compression algorithm than the ones that don't. This is me blah-blahing. This is not a fact. Anyway, there you go. Glad I could not answer your question. I don't think they dumb it down. I don't. I really don't. Look like. See, I blah-blahed so much I don't know. what that's in reference to. Look like. Look like a lens cap. Sorry. Pedantic. How do you upload a 1080p video in 4K? When I'm in my video editor, I wish I could show it to you. We just don't have the time. When I'm in my video editor, I have 1080p video. So in Premiere Pro, when I just copy my last, excuse me, I copy my last episode I did, the Premiere Pro file. I copy it, I create a new folder, I copy that, I paste it in, I rename it, I open it, I'm done. I replace footage and titles or whatever I'm doing. The Premiere Pro editing space is set up to 4K. So I bring in my 1080p video and I right click on it. I think it's set to frame size. And it goes bloop. And then when I render it out, same thing. I render it out in 4K. Ask if I hit words or concepts or something you don't understand. I have people in here with more experience than me and people in here that are trying to figure out how to turn on their camera, and that's okay. That's what I'm here for, to learn from others and to help others. When you're sitting there rendering it out, I render it out to 4K. I set a controlled bitrate of 40. I don't use variable bit rates, because it renders faster and all that crap. I want every frame. So I control the bit rate and I say 40. And it works for me. I'm not doing high motion stuff and action stuff. I don't know if that affects it. That's what I do. And then you upload it and YouTube processes it. I know on this channel, YouTube takes a way longer to process a 4K video than it does on my other channel. My other channel, for the most part, within 5 minutes, it's in 4K. Over here, sometimes it takes an hour. So again, I don't want to create a rumor, but that's how I do it. You just set your space in your video editor 4K, you bring in your 1080, and you upscale it by 200%. You're done. If it looks a little not sharp or whatever, you might want to check your focus, but you can add just a touch of sharpening. Every video editor has that. Just up. Like on this live stream in OBS, I have a filter on this where I've added 0.08 sharpening on this. It's just a touch, just a little pop. That's how you do that. Anyway, there are several YouTube channels. It's from Pete. Sorry. Have intermittent, high frequency, short burst, static discharge. Wonder if YouTube compression is doing that to the sound. I don't really understand this question. Intermittent, high frequency, short burst, static discharge? As an analogy? Wondering if YouTube compression is doing that to the sound. Again, I don't think so. I mean, granted, the work I've done in the past, which I wish I could share. Actually, I don't. I agreed not to ever share it, so I don't. I'm not sitting here with this perfected, are the crickets exactly cricketed? You know, as the shot's moving, does the cricket sound move from left to right at the same pattern as the slow bicycle moving, and the sound effect of the tires of the bicycle as they hit the road, and the of the spokes, like all that sound and engineering. I really don't do that in these videos, so I can't say I've really inspected this. I don't think YouTube, I don't think they do. I would have to ask somebody who makes really high-end stuff, the difference between what happens here and what happens there, because I actually don't know. Pete, I hear it on when I use my Sony Blu-ray player and Panasonic Plasma TV. Don't think it's my gear. Oh, I see. Let's go back. I have a short burst. I I I see weird things even when I'm on Netflix. Different shows and Amazon Prime. I see weird things happening with the audio. I would check into your gear or not. I don't know if it's how much it irritates you or how it is. I've seen some weird stuff on Netflix and Amazon coming through my 4K TV, my sound bar, and everything else. All of a sudden, I'll hear something weird. I would check into the gear. I'd ask somebody who knows better. I don't know. Technical question from Dave. If you have a camera prone to overheating, if you had one of the little USB fans plug into a battery bank on your cage somewhere pointed at the camera, would it help? It might a little bit. It might a little bit. The problem is you have, well, first, the thing that generally is, like the Canon R5 is generating most of the heat in the camera is the sensor. It's a full frame sensor, and there's a lot of room on there. And especially when you're trying to shove 8K onto this hand, the thing overheats. So it's got a lens on it, and it's all enclosed. So putting a fan on it might help. Somebody came up with, which people are joking about, I don't know if it works, but you open up the back of the R5, you plug in this little fan, and apparently it pulls the heat out of it. It's enclosed, like on that camera, and I think yeah, on this other camera, they have little vents. Thank you. And they're pointed down. I mean, you can't drop it in water. And there's little vents, and you can control the fans and everything else. Why Canon didn't do that, I don't know. Again, they're new in the market. I think it might help some. I would have to do a test, or maybe Gerald will do a test, and maybe he already has. The problem is, again, if I'm sitting there with a camera, which is, this one's probably 3 or 4 feet away, that's probably 5 or 6 feet, and I have a fan running, maybe it's a silent, I don't know. Maybe. But here's the thing, and this is why I went with the Sony, is I wanted to get the R5. I wanted to play with 8K, but I wanted 4K. And I started going, okay, I got the menus, I got everything else down. Maybe I could add a fan, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do this. I'm like, stop. Why am I doing this? I'm coming up with all these solutions to their problem. It's not my problem. I'm not going to buy something and try and solve their problem. It's my money. So that's why I went with the Sony. That might work. I'd have to see someone play with that. But if you already have an overheating problem, like the old Sonys did, I would try it. See what happens. Maybe you could, like some of these people have these pointy temperature laser things. Maybe you could put a fan in your thing on your camera, your existing camera, and take the temperature of it. Put a fan on it for a couple of minutes, take the temperature on it, see if it heats down the body. But again, it's all internal. All that internal heat needs to go away. And the problem with the R6 is there's no place for it to go. That's why it overheats, I believe. Anyway, that's interesting. Only 24 watching. Oh, man. What the hell? 24. Only 24. I'm surprised anybody shows up. I don't make this to channel or do these live streams to get views or likes or build up the channel or get subscribers or anything else. I build it because it gives me a chance to connect with some of my favorite awesome people. That's you people. I don't know why I'm doing that. It just felt good. To help university people to answer questions. That's it. So I don't care, really. Hell, I'd do this if, you know, if only one person showed up. If Michael showed up from the UK, if I ever meet him, he's going to hurt me. And it was just me and him, I'd be okay with that. I really would. Who do we have here? John Van Duren. Hello, sir. Welcome. Apparently 24 who are truly interested in getting better at what they do. Maybe, or maybe it's 24 people who I have somehow caught in my little spider web of listening to me blah, 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 blah. You look like an antique. Bad joke. Now I get it. I get it. You look like an antique. I do look like an antique. My wife once upgraded me mentally to 17 years old. And about 2 minutes later, I told her to pull my finger. And she downgraded me. It lasted about 5 minutes. That's what's in here, is a 15-year-old without all the entitled crap. Okay. Excuse me. Something going on here with the throat. Hank, I see that someone is marketing a cooling kit. Yep. For the R5, I think the firm is, that's it, Tilta. The original manufacturer can't solve a problem. The aftermarket will. Yeah. Tilta. I don't know if it works. But again, I'm not going to invest $38-ish, $100 into a camera and then buy aftermarket fans or aftermarket lens adapters or this to solve a problem that is the camera manufacturer's problem. It's not my problem. Did I already say that? Did I say that with enough authority and pissiness? Good. It's great. Great for Tilta. Solving a problem. If it works, awesome. The construction of the material, I forget what it is, but the construction of the material is right on the back. I don't have my DSL around here. Right where you open the view screen on the back where it fits in there. And I believe the construction of the material sucks the heat out and then blows it out the back. It's a 32 dB fan. Okay, but it's on the back of the camera. So I think it's a great solution. If it works, great. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. Reason for my camcorders in this whole setup and the overhead setup and everything else, I'm not going to put up a DSLR. And then I have to have an adapter. And then I have to run it through here so I can connect it to XLR so I can run it through this. That's their problem. I get the electronics. I get what a beast it would be if they added XLR jacks to a regular DSLR or mirrorless jam. Okay, not my problem. I got 2 camcorders, got 2 XLR jacks on each. Done. I don't need to be buying stuff to solve somebody else's problem. I needed to say that a few more times and be really adamant and prickly about it. Mackenzie. Dudes, every time I see your name, go take this freaking course. I'm not trying to promote her or me or anything else. In a month or 2 or 6 or whatever, you're going to want to go outside. People will be back together, hopefully, or a year. You'll want to shoot live events, and then you're going to come to me and you're going to go, hey, I don't know how to do this. And what about the lighting? And how do I set it up? And how do I tie into the PA board? And do I need a giant rig? And do I need like 16 cameras? And I'm going to say, well, you know what? Go take Mackenzie's course because she explains that all in her wedding course and does it on a budget and makes money doing it. And you missed out on the discount. So, I probably wouldn't do that, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I like Mackenzie a lot because I watched her course and I learned a crap ton of stuff. I'm like, wow. Oh, I was told by someone if I didn't do this, let me do this. My embarrassingly moments, but I've been told I have to do this by someone who I respect, who's a viewer. So I'll do it. That link I just put in there because I'm not on a sorry, I'll have to show you guys how to do this because I'm not on a 1,000 whatever it is when you get able to live stream and do super chats and everything else. You can't really do super chats and get money and blah 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 blah. I was told that let me make sure this is active. I'm sorry, someplace in here. That's the active chat. Streamlabs alert boxes. Yep, they're up there. Good. I was told to do this, or somebody, probably it was Michael, was going to punch me in the face. That's if you wish. Want to throw a donation over here? That's how you do it. I think if you do that, it's going to throw up something on the screen, some little creepy dude. If you want to know how to do that, if you do live streams, I can show you sometime, not today, another time, how you can go over to Streamlabs and set up a donation method while you're doing your live streams. You give people the link. It'll show up on the screen. Somebody just donated $100 million to your live stream. And so you don't need a super chat thing. I need to show you guys that. I'll probably do that on this channel. That'd be a good video. Anyway, to that person that I'm not gonna call out that said if I don't do that, they're gonna hurt me. There you go. There's a donation link. You don't have to donate. You don't have to feel obligated. And there is no money back guarantee. How about that? All right. Who is this? This is Black Guy. Hi, welcome. I don't think I've seen you before. This may be a dumb question. You know, everybody's laughing right now because they're like, he's going to jump all over him for the dumb question. It's the Basic Filmmaker channel, the university, the Facebook page, all that. If you ask me, what is this? I don't understand. I'll be like, yes. I don't know what this thing is with people who know better attack other people who don't know when they themselves didn't know. It's like stupid. Okay, rant over. I need more coffee. Okay, this may be a dumb question. I'll let you know if it is when I actually get to reading it. But if you wanted to make videos and not vlogs for YouTube, wouldn't a proper video camera be more useful than a DSLR? I don't do vlogs. If I were going to do vlogs, those are video blogs. Vlogs. They're basically, here's my life, here's what I'm doing, I'm outside and everything else. If this is an opinion, if I were going to do vlogs, I wouldn't use a camcorder. If you're talking about being mobile and everything else, I'd use a DJI action camera or GoPro Hero, whatever the hell it is. I don't know if Andre, Worth It or Not, is in here. I'd use that. It's small, it's light, shoots 4K, put it on the end of a stick, move it around, put a little microphone or lapel on. That's how I would do vlogs. If you really want a camera and it's stationary, it doesn't matter. I would use a proper video camera if I were starting out. I could buy something cheap, probably Canon, because I know it. You can pick up video cameras that shoot 1080 that are like $300 or $400. I think Mackenzie, I'm not sure. I know she uses a DSLR. She might have a video camera too. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You could use your phone. Take your phone, flip it around like an iPhone. It shoots 480. Excuse me. Some of the newer ones shoot 1080. You got a phone. You got a place to view videos. You got a place to do emails. You stick it on the end of a stick, you vlog away, bring it in your editor, play with it, cut it up, or not, and upload it. That's where I'd start if I were doing vlogs and starting out. I wouldn't invest in a camera. No way. I wouldn't. Hope that answers your question. Okay. This is Chris. Chris Pettit. Hi, man. Welcome. There's one reason the real Cine cameras are bigger. Heatsink. True that. If you get some of these really larger cameras shooting even 4K and 6K and 8K, they're really big, and some of them have fans and dissipations and outlets and all that. Like if you're out shooting with Cine gear, you're not sitting there going, oh, I wonder if this will like be waterproofed. You're gonna put a bag over the camera while you're filming, and they have a huge heatsink in it. Like these lights, like some of these huge powerful lights, the way they get away with it is either they have fans in them and or they have these huge heat sinks, gigantic heat sinks. And that is one of the reasons why they're so large. Yeah, Chris, been there. Gene Waddle, I gave you a like anyway. Yes. Nice, Gene. Thanks. We tune in to gaze with admiration and envy at the awesome poster collection in the background. I've talked about this before, and I have a YouTube studio walkthrough. I also have over here a wall of stuff, like I have a signed thing from Tippi Hedren, the birds, the lady. I just have these posters. I surround myself in things I like. I like that Lord of the Rings, whatever you call it, sword as a special gift. I love playing music, hence the drum set. I love movies, and sometimes I come in here when I'm editing or working, and I'll just put my eyeballs on it and have an idea or get my eyeballs of it. I also have right above here, and I don't know if you've ever seen this video or are familiar with it. I made this 5, 6 some odd years ago and redid it, called the Code of a Film. It's not called the Code of the... It's called the Code of a Filmmaker. I'm working on my pronunciation and enunciation after taking Chris's course, and I'm not practiced enough to pull it off. It has 12 things. I promise to create the best works I can using the time, knowledge, and tools I have available, and complete those works to the best of my ability. Man, I can't talk today. I promise to not explain or make excuses for my work, but to improve my competence by learning and practicing my craft. Anyway, there's all these things. That sits right there staring me in the face every time I'm here, every time I'm editing. And I like it. I made it for me and as a gift to other people if they're interested. I don't know how I got on that. Michael, yes, rolling your finger to check if my fist is still there. Oh yeah, that's the donation link. Please don't feel obligated. Don't lose your money. I'm doing okay. If you happen to use that link, and if you happen to give a donation, I think it was, what's his name? Bad Karma did one after the live stream. I think Outback Outlaw 2. If you're going to do it now. If you do that and you don't see up here a little thing that pops up, it goes, somebody donated, please let me know, because that's supposed to all work. There are no dumb questions. Yeah, really. There aren't. I didn't mean to, who was this guy? He's a new one for me, and I appreciate you. Lost him. Richard Lamb. He doesn't have a little mark. Let's do this. Let's make him a little mark. Brandon Stroop, hello, sir. Yeah, we're going to get to that comment. I'm going to make him a little wrench. Hank doesn't have a little wrench. Mackenzie doesn't have a wrench. What, are you kidding me? She said like a double wrench. Black Jean, whatever. Yeah, I didn't mean to call you out, man. I didn't, or chastise you. Just, I love that people ask questions. Anyway, there are no dumb questions. That's correct. That donation link is a great idea. We'll be doing some streaming for nonprofit organizations soon, and we should put their links like that in the live stream comments. I need to show you how to do that. I'm using, boy, there's so much. I'll cover this in the OBS course. I'm using OBS for everything. I can go over to Streamlabs, which is built on top of OBS, which I don't use, to their website, and I can point it to this or another channel and say, I want to set up a donation method. When somebody subscribes, I want it to pop up. When somebody does this, somebody does that, without using Streamlabs. It's really cool. I need to show you how to do that. Aaron, what is a proper video camera? True that. That's a really good statement. What is a proper video camera? I think the definition of that is the one that allows you to shoot video and the one you use. Okay, you may. Aaron has a YouTube channel, by the way, and he's an awesome YouTube creator, and he covers a lot of cool stuff. I mean, look at that face. Look at that face. Right there. How could you not like that face? Huh? Freaking kids without any gray hair. DJI, that reminds me, I bought a non-motorized slide and can't get good, smooth B-roll with it. Mavic Mini drone works better than it does. I could see that. Sliders are interesting. As long as they're smooth, add a motor. I just did one for a Zeppelin. Really cool. I am really excited about getting iFootage's new nano slider that they've been holding it back for a year because it's with the slider, as long as it's smooth, it doesn't have any burrs or anything else, there's a number of things you can do. And it just takes a little practice. You get the camera on there, you figure out your shot. As you're sliding, don't be afraid. Like, put a long handle out there and you're trying to do that, and the fulcrum point or the point of contact, a little shaky. Grab the slider or the slide on the slider and grab it, as long as it isn't bouncy, and drop your finger on the rail and use that to move it and to add a little force to it or to let it up a little bit and stuff like that. But it takes practice. You can also add, like, tape either a Band-Aid or a piece of cotton or something on there, and you can just run your hand along it. It takes practice. If you're like this, something like that, that can be tough. You can also, on some sliders, set the drag, some of the drag, and then you can take like a long piece of PVC or something and just move it along. The other thing you can do is you can get to the end of the slider, and they have a little, usually a lockdown or something, and you tie a piece of string on it, and at the end of your slider, as long as it's not in the shot, you tie a piece of string on it. At the end, you just go get a little, like a spool of thread. There's usually a 1/4 or something, and you put a screw up there, and you put a little handle up there, a little DIY, and then you just do this. Just move it, and it'll slide great. Those are some tips for sliders. Only 8 likes out of possibly 24. Yeah. I don't feel liked, man. When I live stream, I have this all set up. So I put it up, videos up, studio's up, everything else. Once I'm all set up, I have mission control setting here. I close the window. I'm not even looking at the likes or the video or any of that stuff. So, and as you know, I don't care. Okay. Mackenzie, I'm currently editing videos for a YouTube channel, and the client is shooting with an iPhone. Need to spend money on a camera? No need to spend money on a camera until you know exactly what you need from a camera body. Absolutely. I just blah, 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 blah this earlier on the Zoom H1 I started with and bled it to death. If you have a phone, it does the same thing, more or less. It has a view like this. Oh, sorry. There. I'm a proper filmmaker. It has a lens. It shoots video. What you see is what you're filming. It's about framing. It's about lighting. It's about everything you need to know. And I get you don't get awesome depth of field or whatever, but it has everything you need. And you can practice with lighting. You can practice with shots, with framing, with focus. Like, it amazes me how many people on their iPhone, when they're sitting still like this, they're sitting over here, they don't lock down. You know, here. This thing's running low. I don't know if you can see that. Here's the video, and I'm not quite sure what you're doing here. Like, there's a lot of stuff, and they don't lock down. Things move back and forth, and light, and everything else. It's amazing to me that when they're just sitting here, they don't just stick their finger there, boom, and lock the focus, and lock the white balance. So as the sun moves and stuff like that, little stuff like that, or use, I forget what it's called in your phone. Use your phone. Practice framing. Practice filming yourself. Practice all that. Practice getting shots. Then when you do get a camera, you're going to add to your game, and you're already going to have those abilities of lighting and focus and what's a good shot, what's good framing, and what does the background look like before you dump a bunch of money in the camera. And now you're working all that stuff on top of learning about a camera. If I was moving from Canon to the new Sony, which hopefully it'll show up on time in September, and I didn't know about lighting and audio and all these things, anyway, John. This is John. I need to add these names, last names. John Van Duren. Aaron, a proper video camera is the one you want, but can't afford. Yeah, me talking about the Canon C300 Mark III at 10 grand just for the body and the handle, so I can mount it over on my tripod in the studio and film this. Really important. That's a proper video camera, isn't it? Oh my gosh, look at all these comments. Let's go. Okay. Oh, hey. Dances with Kofi. Hi, man. Words are hard, lol. Chris, delay is huge. Minutes. Absolutely. Mackenzie to Pierre, we need to be told to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. There. And donate to the channel. And go take the free courses. And go to sign up for the paid courses. And go take Chris's new awesome whatever that I don't have a link that I would normally. I'm a terrible salesman. Whatever. This is the unscripted channel. I made this so we can do this crap. How about that? Pierre. Hey. His last name showed up. What happened? Huh. Regarding likes, usually the last thing I do before leaving, a bit like tipping. Yeah, why not like a video? It costs you nothing to be nice to someone who gave you something for free. And to be mean at them, it costs you your soul. Streamlab is asking for $5.99 per month to use the donation link. What? No. No, I don't pay anything for them. I think you may be thinking that they're asking you for $5.99 a month for here. Don't do that. I don't know what the minimum is, $1 or something like that. There's no way. Nope, I don't buy it. Not that I don't believe you. No, All right, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Because now you got me curious, and I don't want to steer someone wrong, because I don't like steering people wrong, and it's the worst thing for me ever. Let's go over here. I think I have the donation link in there. Yep. If I go over to the tip area, yeah. So what it's saying is your username. Oh, really? Joe Blow. So it's going to look for your username. Let's see, worth it or not. Apparently you have to have a username. Okay. USD, $1. Donation message. Huzzah! Whatever. And then you can add a GIF and donate and yada, 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 yada. And then it shows you what you're going to do. No, there's no way. If they're asking, I have to check this out. I know that, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. I'm really sorry, dude. I know that Bad Karma donated. Not a problem. If they are, it's bad. No dumb questions, only redundant ones. That's awesome, Phil. Such a whatever. Look at all these comments. I gotta blow through these. Cool. Black Gine. I'm sorry, I'm murdering it. I'm here. I didn't take offense at all, just listening and learning. Hey, thanks. It's totally cool. Aaron, I have 3 gray hairs. Oh, boo the frickin' who. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Nothing changed with me. I didn't get older. I wasn't like, oh, I'm getting old all of a sudden. Just I got a few, and then I went, poof. It's like, okay, whatever. I don't care. I was going to do something with my hair and my beard, and my wife said, no. I like the way you look. I like the way you are. Don't change. And as far as the concerned way I look, if she likes it, I'm done. Don't care. Gray means wise. Yeah, it either means wise or wise ass. At least you have hair. That's true. I've been like, it's starting. I don't care. It's freaking hair. It's just hair. Like, I'm losing hair on my arm. I don't care. I just don't care. Agree about the gray hair. Work hard for mine, and I'm proud of it. Yeah. John Van Daren. Yeah. Hey, OTR. This is OTR Driver Live. Good morning. Good afternoon, Kevin. Good afternoon. For me, it's 10:24 a.m. Thumbs up. Hey, yeah, thanks. I see 21 likes so far. Awesome. Heil Mic Pro, that's the one. Mackenzie, some phones now have manual depth of field options too. Yes, you can do that in Heil Mic Pro. Some phones have depth of field options. I think the new iPhone 11 is awesome. I have an iPhone 8 Plus. And it has that photo, and then it has the other one. It does this great job. Phones are awesome. Sorry, Kev, gotta go. Hey, Mike. Thanks for joining us, man. I love you to death, man. Thanks for having me, putting up with this slagging. You can now explain that one when I'm gone. I'll catch the rest tomorrow. Stay safe. Thank you, Michael. Stay safe. Be awesome there in Southern Ireland, which I love, by the way, and you too. And I'll have to look up slagging later. Thanks a lot, man. Wow, you sure are demanding. Here's Chris's voiceover link. I don't see it. Oh, Agent K. Hello. Why are you not a frickin' moderator? Hold on. Added moderator. Now you should have a wrench. You should have a wrench now. Should allow you to do that. There's worth it or not. When are you going to do a live stream on the main channel? As soon as I have this all programmed, which I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you were here. where I can do everything. I don't have to touch keyboard, computer, OBS, screens, switching, cameras. I press a button. Like when I press this countdown intro button, these are going to be bigger. It actually shows what it's playing on the screen on my iPad. I can do everything here, program it, you know, if, then, else, a few other things. It's ridiculous. I gotta do a course on this because I couldn't do a video. It's mind-blowing. But that's when. And when I do, I'm going to probably interview Chris. I'm probably going to interview the person I said was a secret interview that has a ton of like whatever. It's basically Alan, ton of experience. And I'll interview other people. What I really want to do is I want to interview people that have awesome channels that I really like, that are really good, who have like, you know, 5,000 and 10,000 and 15,000 subscribers. Hopefully help others find out about them and help up their game a little bit, like other people did for me. Wait, I missed that. What is this? It's Skion Exley. The name you always butcher. Dave Clark. Here's what I got. HTTPS PRT blah 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 blah. Let me try that and see what happens. Donation confirmation. Donation for Kevin, the basic film with Streamlabs Pro. You will be charged $5.99 a month by joining Streamlabs Pro, which allows you special effects and blah 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 blah. What the freaking hell? I don't do Streamlabs Pro. Let me make sure there's no anything on here that doesn't reveal any personal information. I don't think it does. Yeah, look at this. Streamlabs Pro. You will be charged by joining. Is it that you click on this and you donate? Because this says $1. And then if you click on this, then you're opting in for that, Dave? Is it like a, oh, I want to do Pro. No, I just want to do a donation. Is that the case? I mean, I'm hoping if you clicked here and just said donate, that it would throw the dollar over there. And when you get to PayPal, PayPal's going to say, oh, yeah, you're donating $1. Or PayPal will say you're donating $5.99. Wow, that's confusing. I hope it isn't that way. Anyway, thanks. What is that app? Brandon? It's a secret super app. You mean this? That if you give me $1,000, I'll tell you. It's called Touch Portal. It's $9 or $12 or $16 or something like that. Here, the here I'll show this to you real quick. How long have we been going? Oh wow! As usual, way over. Sorry. Let's see if I can show this to you. I have some goodies over here. Let me see if I can put this down here. Let me see if I can get that out of here. I'm still playing with this. This is Torch Portal. This controls this. Right now I'm in OBS. That's an event. Let's go into the OBS screen. Right? And these are all the things I do. So for instance, I can go into, let's make that big so you can see it. You know, these are, I'm testing all this junk. You'll see things moving around. You won't see things moving around on my iPad because I'm not showing you the right screen. For instance, I can go in here and what can I show you that would be cool? There's the icon. If I press it, if the scene in OBS is off, I turn the button on, I switch to the scene. Otherwise, I turn the button off. If there's an event, in other words, if OBS is not that scene, turn the button on or turn the button off. That makes it so if I'm pressing some other button, it'll take it off. When the button changes, do these things, and then I'm out of here. It's kind of a little bit programming stuff, but once you get used to it, it's pretty easy. I'm doing some other things here. These are tests. You'll see that I'm doing mic muting and various things because, yet another thing that you probably don't know about that's freaking awesome. Because over here, I am running something called Voice Meter, M-E-E-T-E-R, banana. I run all my OBS, my cameras, my computer audio, everything, despite what I'm doing, through here. So what happens is, this looks a bit complicated. Once I got explained it to me yesterday, it was fine. There's my mic. I can mute it. Boop. This is it when I'm on Skype and Zoom. If I need to adjust the incoming signal. This is some extra mic I plug in. This is for Chrome when I'm playing videos, stuff like that. This is for the computer if I happen to be playing things on computer. And once I have all this stuff set up, it's basically, these are what I hear. These channels are what you hear. Like I can, that's muted. I could probably mute all these. And this is the out. This is what, right? Now, once I have this set up, what's really cool is then I can go over to my touch portal and I can do stuff like that. I muted myself using a mute button from touch portal. And then over here, I'm dropping my computer sound down to 24 and then back up. That's really cool. What this allows me to do is it means, you know that problem? Can you hear it on the other side? Can you hear what I'm saying? Can you hear my computer? Can you hear me in Skype? Especially if other people join and the sound's too loud. Can you hear the YouTube video I'm playing? Can you hear the computer? It all routes into this, which means if those are moving, you can hear it. I don't have to worry about this anymore. I don't have to worry about whether you can hear the music I'm playing on my computer or in Chrome, the video I'm playing for you, the computer, if I'm playing something off of there. If I'm Skyping or Zooming, I can control you. And then my own mic, which I can adjust here. And now that I have this all set up, what I'm able to do is I'm able to go into Touch Portal. This is a work in progress. I'm able to go into the Touch Portal and set these buttons up, which they're whatever. These are stupid. This is the default buttons. I'm able to set these buttons up and control everything here. I can slide these up and down. I can mute channels. I can bring things in. If I'm hitting a musical sequence in the background on my computer, I just on Touch Portal set it to -24. And I can do all sorts of stuff and do sliders and all sorts of crap in there. Anyway, that's Touch Portal. And it's actually pretty freaking awesome, I think. I'm even doing stuff within Touch Portal. Things you can't do or didn't think you can do with the ATEM Mini Pro. Like, check this out. I'm going to switch the ATEM to that other camera by pressing this button. There I am. Another camera. Let's go back to the main camera. I just press that button. There's a lot to it. When I do the OBS course and I review this, and I'm going to do a little course on this because it can get complicated, you could literally sit here doing a live stream, or while you're doing review videos and everything else, you could literally sit here like this and, you know, switch it to the camera. Cool. Let's go to the monitor. Good. Let's go back to here. Yeah. Let's drop that lower third up. Have it fade up in, gun. Have it play for a certain amount of time. When the film strip comes around, I want to pull it down. Off you go. Boom. I could hit a button here to stop streaming. I can hit a button here. Let's go to this monitor. I'm going to hit this YouTube button down here. You can't really see that. Hit that YouTube button down here. Let's go to this monitor. What happens is it brings up my current live stream. It's warning me that I'm streaming too low. And I don't have this open. But when I want to quit or end the stream, I just run that. And it goes there. There's a lot of tech going on. You can customize the button. You can use GIFs. When I play this countdown at the beginning, it actually shows me this little GIF loop. Yeah, I can switch to the laptop monitor. Woohoo! That's crazy. And I also know how to show you when you do this and you're showing OBS. Isn't that awesome? You could control all this and change it. Showing OBS, how to do it without getting this infinite stuff that everybody loves. Anyway, didn't mean to go off on the whole touch portal thing, but it's really cool. It's like getting this automated. I'm just going to be button, just like a TV, just like a broadcast. Hit a button, move this in, turn that on, turn the live stream off, go live, go on live, all that. Better yet, what's really cool, let's go home for a minute here. When I can do Premiere Pro, YouTube, Audition, everything else, when I go into Premiere Pro, what I can do is I can set up all these buttons where I can set up automations. I can do cuts, I can do L cuts, J cuts, press a button, boom, 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 boom. Things I do all the freaking time. This thing's awesome. For 16 bucks, are you kidding me? It's ridiculous. Anyway, I didn't mean to get into that whole thing. Oh man, I'm really got to catch up on the comments and end this live stream and give people their Saturdays back. So let's see. Hey, Steve Brookfield. You should check out this guy's channel. Are you you need a wrench too, man. Add moderator. Boom. Oh, Chris isn't a moderator either. I'll click him on as I go. Anyway, Steve, awesome sound dude, films these ridiculous piano playing cello audience-y stuff. He makes these really cool trailers. His editing is just awesome. Chris, how about liking people discussion? That was a good topic. Yeah, maybe I'll cover that sometime. You mean from the email, right? I don't know how you cannot like people. I mean, Life is the best TV show ever. We'll get into that another time. It's the thought that counted. Lol, I guess the wrench didn't stick. Let's see. Add moderator. Agent is now a moderator. I might have screwed it up, dude. Try it now. Pedantic Dan, when a person donates, if they select one of the animated GIFs, oh, it adds a $5.99 monthly subscription. Well, that blows. That's not cool. If you don't click on an animated GIF, then you only get charged for the donation. That's really good to know, man. Thank you. It worked. What, the donation worked? Oh, man. Did you do a donation and I was over there and it didn't show up in my awesome, cool, flippy up a woo donated thing. It's the only problem with being on the other screen. If you did do that, tell me how much it was, and I'm really sorry, but thank you. That's awesome. I think I can go look at that. I think I can. Okay. OTR driver life. I finally got in my Camlink 4K. Took forever to get one that wasn't overpriced. Been playing with it, and it's working great. It's a good little Camlink. Is awesome. It's really cool. If you, by the way, if you want to, it's not the greatest. I have a, I forget what it's called. I posted this over at the university. I'll be posting this again. I have a little box that allows you to do this stuff. Hook up. It's a box. It takes the 4K, 1080 whatever signal. It's an HDMI connector. It's pretty cool. I'm going to sell that. I don't need it to some person. I tried to sell a bunch of this stuff. I was confused. I think I confused a lot of people. I'm going to be putting stuff over at the Facebook University group page. I'm going to say, hey, here's this. This is the price with shipping. Take it or not. And then we'll be done. Now that I know how much shipping costs. Brandon, it looks like an app-based Stream Deck. Sort of. You'll notice my Stream Deck over here, it's going bye-bye. Stream Deck software is going bye-bye. I'll probably sell that some ridiculous, stupid amount because this just beats the crap out of the Stream Deck, its functionality, what it can do. Of course, if you don't have an iPad or a phone, it's kind of a moot point. It just kicks its butt. I won't go into it here. It's like if you took Stream Deck and somebody wants this. I need to sell this. If you took Stream Deck and then made it into something that was incredibly awesome and you were able to program it however you want to do whatever you want, you know, I'd like to see you program your Stream Deck to press a button and switch your ATEM Mini Pro cameras. Good luck on that. Anyway, I love the thing. Not banging on it. That's great. But if you really want to go mission control, all I'm doing is pressing buttons. That's the way to go. VM banana. That's right. Why don't you have a frickin' wrench? Let me check again. No, it says you're a moderator, dude. You got a wrench. Wonder if the young whippersnappers will know what that cassette is. And I know. Isn't that whacked me out, dude? When he went over here, I absolutely lolled when I saw. Whoops, where'd you go? There you are. I absolutely lolled when I saw this. Oh yeah, you can route and record all your personal, what you hear channels, and your outgoing channels separately or together, play, record, etc. But yeah, it was a little cassette deck, 48,000 hertz. You could change all that crap. It's a little cassette deck. When I saw that cassette deck, I just lolled. That's old school crap right there, man. Just funny as hell. Touch Portal should hire you to make ads for them. I'm going to try. I'm going to go to them and say, hey, I want to make a course about this awesome thing. And I also wouldn't mind doing some ads for you. I don't know if they're up for it. I think they've been around for a while. These are good people. They're good guys. I think it's like 2 or 3 developers or something have been working on this for years and have just upgraded it. Rocket scientist who's been doing all this stuff for me he doesn't work for them, but he's constantly like, hey, this doesn't work and you need to add this function and everything else. Maybe I'll Maybe I'll call my agent. Maybe one day. Gotta go, dinner's ready. Hey, Ken Pear, sir, thank you. Yeah, I need to wrap this up. This is gone. According to my meter, it's over 2 hours. I just can't do this 60-minute thing. I see these people. Here's is Chris's link, $200 for his voiceover course. Absolutely. Thank you, agent. And you're now a moderator. I love this course. When I got this course, I was like, I went in. I love this course. If I could make a voiceover course, this would be it. He tells you how to voiceover, do cartoon characters, how to do your voice, not to get disappointed, what mics to use on a budget, what he does, how to record in a hotel room, what closets, treat your rooms, where to get start, how to make money at it, where the best places to do it. I love this thing. Not that I'm going to do that. The Stream Deck is great. You don't need to charge it. Yeah, Stream Deck is awesome. I don't mean to diss the Stream Deck. It's kind of like the A10 Mini is awesome. But when you're sitting there with an A10 Mini, what's the new ISO? Which, by the way, you fooled me with your thumbnail. I saw this. You'd like this? And it had an A10 Mini. I'm like, how the heck did he get that thing? It's a great thumbnail. It's kind of like sitting there going, yeah, why would I buy the Mini when I have the ISO and I can do all this? Feels like I'm slamming the Mini. Feels like I'm slamming this. They were first. This is a great piece of technology. And it's awesome. And it doesn't need an iPad. It doesn't need a charger. It just hooks into your USB. I'm not digging on that. I just don't need it anymore. Yeah. It's working. Graphic just displayed. What's working? Did I miss it? Oh, did I miss it? Was I blah-blahing and I missed the boop, 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 boop? God, I'm really sorry. I need to fit. There's a little doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle. And it should. Where is that? No, I have the. Why is the Streamlabs thing? Oh, because I'm now routing everything to that voice thing. I didn't route the Streamlabs so I could hear it through my new thingy-bob. Whatever you did. Thank you. I don't. Now I'm embarrassed that I'm missing these. I really am. Let me see if I can see something here. See where it notifies me or if. Dave gave me $1. Thank you, sir. Woohoo! I sincerely appreciate it. Another one from Dave gave me $5,000. You just freak out a little bit. Chris Pettit, thank you. He subscribed to the channel. Nope. Okay, good. That's how I did that. I'm really sorry I missed the thing. I wanted to try the thing. You saw it pop up? Went I need to pay more attention. Sorry. I use Stream Deck to control my A10 Mini. No, you don't. We should get, you know what we should do? We should get in a Stream Deck versus Touch Portal war. This is like the Canon versus Sony war, which I'm not going to partake in. Aaron does a ton of live streaming, and he uses the A10 Minis, Mini Pros, etc. He knows what he's talking about. This is a new toy for me. It's different. So if he's like, Stream Deck works great and everything else, trust me, the dude knows what he's talking about. And again, look at that face. Look at that. I need to wrap this up soon. I'm losing it. Dave, that was awesome. It has sound effects as well. It does. You can control the sound effects, compression. You can do all that kind of stuff. It's great. What I like about it is for the first time ever, it is routed so it's at the end of the signal chain, and I'm controlling and seeing what's happening that you're seeing on YouTube. I don't have to guess. Can you hear me? Can you hear my computer? Can you hear this YouTube video? I know if somebody comes along, you know that feeling when you're doing a live stream, they're like, hey, I can't hear you and anything else. I look over there, that thing's running. Oh, there's something on your problem on your end. Or I look over there and I'm muted. I'm done. I love it. Like when the guy first started doing it, I was like, no. Now I just freaking love it. The Stream Deck can control the A10 Mini. I get that. 1983 called. They want their cassette back. You know, I have had 8-track tapes. I'm talking reel to reel of some music I did. Cassette tapes. They were blown over there. They're blown over to 8-track tapes, etc. They're gone. They don't exist anymore. It's kind of sad. Whatever. Grand Tourist, hello. I expected to be late, but you're already going on 2 months hours. So much for the 60 minutes. Watch me do this. Touch Portal looks like a super useful app. Voice Meter looks like Reaper. I'll be checking out. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's cool. I had this guy walk me through it and set it all up for me yesterday on a, imagine this, a 7-hour Skype call. But he was downloading to me. He was showing me the graphics, these fancy graphics. He gave me all the After Effects files. And then he started going into Cinema 4D, which is part of After Effects, and showing me that and how to manipulate them. I was like, wow. Cool guy. Well, Dave. Have you ever used Saramonic Blink 500 wireless mic system? Yes. What do I think of it? I think it's a piece of crap. No. I think, for me, I wouldn't, again, think about it. I got a $700 mic, a $500 mic, a $300 mic, another $400 mic, another $600 mic, a $800 Shure, Mix Pre 3, another Mix Pre 3, a Shure SM7B, like all this audio stuff. But when I took the video I did on the Blink 500, my suggestion was it's perfect for, you put the Blink 500 on here, or actually down here with a little lapel. You put the other end on top of your GoPro or your DJI Action Cam. It's simple, it works, has a pretty long battery life. So if you're filming something either that way or you're filming yourself vlogging, it's great. You're always going to get better audio out of that thing, no matter what you get by doing your vlogging or your videos, whatever that way. Because you could be sitting there at the ocean going, wow, look at that, instead of that stuff that everybody hates. So yeah. Would freak just a little. Yes. I don't remember. Thanks for a great 2 hours close to my dog driving me to the vet's office. You dog driving, you. Awesome. Hey, thanks for joining me, man. Thanks for your contributions, and thanks for everything else. I got to cut this. I got to cut out of here. Hey, now, my stereo I'm using has dual cassettes. They're cool. Old record albums and cassettes, and even 8-tracks are kind of coming back, and I know why. The dynamic range is whatever. Richard got to go. He's pulled my dinner. It's in the cat. Awesome. Yeah, I need to cut this out. OT Driver Life, don't say that. I just bought it because I've been able to get a Rode wireless, haven't been able to get a Rode wireless Go because of being out of stock everywhere. I travel a lot, so it's hard to order stuff and wait for it to arrive. Hey, if you don't have anything and the wireless Go, it's basically sort of the same thing, and that's what you bought for the price, great. You're going to get better audio than out of your camera, whether in an action or whether it's a camera. You get the GoPro or the Ceremonic Blink 500. You're going to get better audio. It's not a bad purchase at all. Again, you're talking to me, and I have like $3,000 or more worth of equipment and microphone equipment. So I'm like, use this little thing. The audio quality isn't great. Little freaking entitled pesky dude. I have an Edison wax cylinder trying to track down a play for it. Awesome. Hey, I should really cut this out. Cut out of here. Thank you for joining me. Again, it went for way more than my projected 60 minutes. Again, I just can't stop talking to wonderful people that are awesome. I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you coming to the stream and to the live stream. It's really cool. Let's see what happens here. Oh, doesn't care. That's cool. That's really neat. I really do appreciate it and everything you've done for me and your contributions, university members, your donations, watching my videos, sharing them, etc. I just, as I said in my email, I can't do this without your support. I mean, what you guys have done is just amazing me. Anyway, I'm going to cut out of this live stream. Of course, I can't stay away. Wow, haha. It's about $30 more. Oh, it's got 2 transmitters. Nice. Phonograph. We are wonderful. You are Mike Clayton. You don't have a wrench. What the hell's going on here? Should have a wrench now. What do we got here? Have a great weekend. Yeah. Thanks, Gene. And you guys, again, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys are awesome. And I'm going to see if I can have the not end programmed animation out. Have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all later.